I'm here with Lady Saints head basketball coach Will Marchino. And if the name sounds familiar, if the face looks familiar, well, it should be. Will here was the assistant coach from 2020 to 2022. So what I'm going to say, welcome back, Will.
Thank you, Phil. I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun getting back here into the community. My wife and I getting back involved in the community after a short 9.5-month hiatus, and we're just super pumped to be back in Liberal.
So I guess the question is why did you come back?
I think, first and foremost, the biggest reason was the community. And obviously the opportunity to lead this program again, having been involved with the program for 2 years as an assistant coach. I really got to see, everything that goes on day to day here, and really enjoyed not only Seward County Community College, but Liberal Kansas, the community itself. And so for us, when I was offered the opportunity to come back, was a pretty easy decision for me and my family.
Okay, well, we're glad to have you back. So let's go talk a little bit about that. Okay, so you were assistant coach for two years, and now you're head coach. Approach, how does that all change?
It really, I think it hasn't changed a whole lot. I think the previous time when I was here as an assistant coach, I got a real good opportunity to work hands-on with just about everything in the program. And so for me, the approach hasn't really changed. We still want to be skill development based. We still want to teach in practice. And I'm really fortunate that I have 4 great assistants that truly want to teach the game to our team. And so that's been really helpful as we've started to kind of put our stamp on the program and what it's going to look like moving forward. And, we're a defensive-based ball club, but we can score. And we can shoot the three a little bit. And so I'm really excited to watch us go on this journey here for the next 5-6 months and see where we end up. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so from an approach standpoint, we just want to continue to show our players that we care about them on a daily basis, show them that we're here for them if they need anything, both academically and athletically, and then just, try to go out and win a few ball games too.
And one of the things that you just sort of said is that putting your own stamp on this team, philosophy, patterns, stuff like that. We saw with the previous regime, run, gun, pass, maybe not as much defense as we like to. You just sort of changed that right over there. And I guess the word that I've been hearing from you is physical. You're going to be physical, and I'm going to guess that you're going to be a little bit more deliberate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So talk about that a little bit.
Well, we're absolutely going to be more physical. When I was here before, run and gun was a great style. It's fun. It's fun for the fans to watch. There's no doubt about it. And we still want to present a fun style, but we need to win rebounding battles. And in this league, if you can win rebounding battles in the Jayhawk Conference, I feel like you've got a really good shot at winning a lot of games. And so, we do things every day in practice to set ourselves up to become more physical every day, to make rebounding an emphasis. And then, obviously, we break down defense just about every day. So if you were to come watch one of our practices, we're going to be up and down the court doing a lot of shooting drills, doing a lot of defensive drills. And then, we're working on our plays, and we're working on the sets that we want to run on a day-to-day basis to make sure that we get the shots we want and be really, like you said, deliberate with where we go with the basketball when we have it in our hands.
Okay. So talk a little about this team. You've got a pretty interesting mix. You've got some returning players. You've got some transfers. You've got some freshmen. And of the returning players that we have, I'm not really sure if you know any of them. Do you?
Oh, absolutely. You already know the answer to that question. I recruited all the returners here before their freshman year. In fact, I spent the first week of school with them here before I took my assistant job at Washburn. And so it is very interesting for me to come back here in April, and they had gone through their entire freshman year, and then to be able to sit back and talk to them and kind of earn their trust back. That's not something easy that just happens. You got to earn their trust back. And so recruiting them here was one thing, getting them here, and then they're going through a whole academic year, not only school year wise but basketball wise. They had some different thoughts when I walked through the door. And so earning their trust back was huge. Aliana Colon is a 6'1" sophomore that played here last year, shot 37% from three-point range. She's been great. She's been really, really good as far as a basketball standpoint, knowing the sets, understanding what we're trying to do. She's gaining confidence defensively, which I love. And then, she's just trying to make sure that her other quote-unquote post players are with her on everything that they need to know. And so she's been a terrific leader and has done a great job for us and has really gotten herself into peak physical competing condition. And I think you'll notice, Saints fans will notice the difference in her when she steps out onto the court at home for the first time here later in November. A little bit leaner, can still shoot the basketball, runs the floor a lot better than she did last year, in my opinion. And so we're expecting big things from her this year. Naomi Aragonez is a 5'9" guard that is rather a local product from Guyman, Oklahoma, in the Panhandle, and she's been great too. She comes in, works hard every single day. She probably works, the hardest of any of our returners this offseason. Got a ton of shots up in the gym every day. I'm close friends with her high school coach, Coach Chapman, down at Guyman High School, and he was sending me, texting me photos of her getting shots up in the high school gym, and she spent a lot of time in there this summer, and it's shown. And so Naomi's going to give us a real good pop off the bench to start the season. You might even see her start a few games this year. And our third returner that, you didn't see a lot if you're a Saints fan last year is Ari Gordon. So Ari tore her ACL in October last year at a JUCO showcase. And Ari Gordon is a 5'10", 5'11" guard that is an elite defender and does a terrific job. You don't have to run sets for her. You don't have to get her shots. She creates her own opportunities and is just doing a great job. She rehabbed so hard when she came back to campus in August to get an opportunity to be available for the first game of the year. And so it's been real pleasing to watch her go through this whole process and then, be able to receive the fruits of her labor, so to speak, in the rehab game by being able to play real basketball now. And so I think Saints fans are going to love watching her play, and she's just going to be a real asset for us, as the year progresses. And so those are our three returners. And unfortunately, because of injury, we're going to be without Kylie Hunt, who happened to be our leading scorer last year. But she's doing a great job in the rehab process with her stuff right now. And we're excited to see her progress as the season goes along. Her job is to really get in the weight room and continue to add strength, continue to just rehab that injury that she had surgery on and continue to move forward. And so, when you talk about transfers, you mentioned that a little bit in your question. We have three. The first one I'll talk about is a 5'7" combo guard from China Spring High School in Waco, Texas, and that's Kayla Peoples. And Kayla has transferred here from Ranger College and has just done a great job. Very, very much like Ari Gordon, an elite defender on ball, an elite defender off the ball, helps cover up mistakes if her teammates make them on the defensive end, and just does a great job for us. So we're expecting big things from her. One thing that she has done a really good job of this fall is improve her three-point shot. And so that's been a lot of fun to watch her gain more and more confidence. In preview night on Saturday night against McCook, she was 3 of 3 from the three-point arc. And she was not somebody that I would consider to be a knockdown shooter when she arrived on campus. This is something that she has really grown and built here over the last few months. So she's going to be a fun player to watch this winter. Zoe Rosales is a transfer from Frank Phillips College, went to high school in Seminole, Texas. Zoe scored 473 points her freshman year at Frank Phillips, and she can fill it up. There's no doubt about it. She can shoot the three. She can attack the basket. She can shoot a pull-up jumper in transition or off the bounce in the half court if she needs to. And she's just a high-energy, high-motor player. We're really excited to watch her. She had 16 points on preview night Saturday. So big things to expect from Zoe. And then our final transfer is Jamia Carter, a 5'7" combo guard from Las Vegas. And, by the way, a Salt Lake Community College. And Jamia started 18 games for Salt Lake last year. A true competitor, a true leader, and somebody that is willing to play a little point guard, then slide over to the wing, and do a lot of different stuff for us to really make us go. And Jamia is going to be a big-time player in this league and a big-time player for the Seward County Lady Saints here this winter.
Okay. What about freshmen?
Yeah, freshmen, and we got a lot of them. You can't fill out a roster of 14 if you don't have plenty of freshmen. And so, with that, we have 7 freshmen to create our roster of 14. Bianna Ellis is a 5'10 guard from Odessa, Texas. Really great knockdown shooter, plays with a ton of energy. Seward fans are going to love her. Kaya Richardson, a defensive-minded point guard who can shoot the 3 from Dallas, Texas. Went to Poteet High School, and she's an elite on-ball defender, and she's done a terrific job in the weight room this fall. And so she's going to be a big-time player for us. Probably, as the year progresses, you're going to see more and more of Kaya Richardson. And, the next freshman is Sanaa Dennis. Sanaa Dennis was a state champion in Arizona as a senior in high school, averaged 20.5 points and basically 11 rebounds a game. She's a 6'1 forward, and she came to us with an injury, a pre-existing injury, when she arrived on campus in August. And it took her a while to be able to rehab and get over that and finally get healthy. And, even yesterday at practice, I finally feel like she's turning the corner, feeling a little bit healthier. And Saints fans are going to love her. Physical player, loves to rebound, loves to score in the paint, and she's athletic. She can make moves out on the perimeter. She can shoot the 3 ball. But she's somebody that you're going to see a lot, be very, very physical against bigger teams and rebound the basketball. Let's see, our other freshman, we've got Jolie Sprouse from Elizabeth, Colorado. Jolie's a 5'10 wing, really getting into her own. Another player who came in with a pre-existing injury. So we kind of, in years past, I know it's been a big thing. Well, we're injured all the time. We're injured. Well, now we came in with them this year. So now we're actually healthy. We're going to be 13 strong with, Kylie rehabbing from her injury. She won't play this year, but we will be fully 13 healthy tomorrow when we face off against New Mexico. And so Jolie Sprouse is going to be a nice player for us. She can shoot the 3 ball, and she's just coming into her own. She has so much to learn, and she's a sponge at practice, asks a ton of questions, and does a really good job for us. Our next freshman would be, I'm trying to do this numerically, Phil. Let's see. Let's go with Elijah Yarborough. Elijah is a 5'10 guard from Houston, Texas, and Elijah does a terrific job for us being physical. There's not many guards built like Elijah in the Jayhawk Conference. Right. And so Elijah can shoot the 3, probably has our best footwork shooting-wise on our entire team, at least coming into the program in August. And she's doing a great job picking up stuff, learning how we want to play defense, learning how we want to run our sets offensively. And then now her big transition is trying to figure out how she can be productive in those sets. So Elijah Yarborough is a great young lady. She's going to do a terrific job here over the next 2 years for Seward County. Keziah Grant Bob is a 6-foot forward from Canada who we actually got late in the recruiting process. So Keziah, I actually saw Keziah play in July of this year in Louisville, Kentucky as an unsigned senior at an AAU event. And Keziah is just ultra aggressive, rebounds the basketball, pursues the ball as it comes off the rim, and she can score in a variety of ways. Developing your 3-point shot is one thing that she's doing right now, but I think what Keziah brings to the table is just a toughness, a physicality that we haven't had here in a while, and she's going to be somebody that Saints fans are really going to be able to get behind and cheer for. And our final freshman is Allie Myers. Okay. Allie Myers is a 6'1 forward. She had 11 points, 10 rebounds. Saturday night, preview night, and Allie comes to us via Carlsbad, New Mexico, and ultra athletic, incredibly explosive off the jump, and she defends well. She can put the ball on the floor and drive it from the 3-point line. She can shoot the 3 as well too. But for us, being able to throw it to her on the low block and have her go up and be able to score the ball down around the basket, and if she doesn't, chances are she's probably getting her own offensive rebound. Okay. So She had a ton of second chance opportunities on Saturday night against McCook, and she's going to be someone that just grows and continues to grow more and more into her role as the season goes on. But Allie Myers is going to be a fun one to watch.
Okay. Well, it looks like you've got a great combination of kids coming in. Talk a little bit about that. How have they picked up the season? How's chemistry been for them? How have they been progressing? Obviously, it's kind of interesting because usually when you come in, you'll have, or at least for a normal team or season, you'll have your sophomores who sort of know it all and sort of lead, and then you have teaching the stuff of the freshmen. Here you've got some returning kids. However, while they know you, you're taking a different style.
Yeah.
Then you got your transfers out over there who haven't played with you. Then you have freshmen. So it's really kind of interesting and different. While you can maybe look at the leadership from your sophomores, still style, chemistry, what's that been like?
Well, I think anytime you take over a program as a new head coach, everybody's a freshman in terms of what we want to accomplish, both offensively, defensively, in the weight room, in the film room. Everybody's a freshman because everybody's learning how we want to kind of do things as a coaching staff.
Right.
And so for us, even more so, you have 3 returners who put on this uniform last year, and then you bring in 3 transfers that are sophomores, and then you try to mix in our freshmen. And that is just something that, you can't do overnight.
Right.
And so our staff has taken, in my opinion, a great approach to what we're doing. We want to teach every day. And if you walk into the gym, lots of times you're not going to hear my voice. You're going to hear our assistants coaching them up, doing everything they can to get us ready. And I truly feel like they deserve a voice in this as well. They're all great coaches. They do a terrific job of skill development. They do a terrific job explaining things to our ladies. And everybody's a freshman right now. We just got to figure out, who's going to adapt and pick up things the quickest right now so that we can play games tomorrow night.
Right.
Other than that, I truly feel like we have 13 players that on any given night, if we needed a skill set from somebody, we can utilize that. Okay. And so, everybody's learning right now, including myself. And you got to learn how your players react to things and how they take things, and then you have to be able to adjust to that too on the fly. And so there's been a lot of questions being asked, not only from our players, but also from our coaching staff to our players. How do you guys learn? What's the best way we can give you scouts? How can we do these things so that your attention to detail stays sharp? And so we've done a lot of questions back and forth between each other, player, coach, player, but it's been a great response from them. And I tell them every day, if there's an opportunity and I have to get on them and push them a little bit, they always respond. And so that's what you want as a coach. You want a group that's going to respond to you, that's going to put in the best effort they can. And when you coach them hard, they turn around, they respond. And so they've done a terrific job with that. And hopefully we can get a few more to grow up here as the season goes on.
So obviously, we know that the season starts on Friday. Tomorrow against New Mexico. You guys are in La Junta for a tournament, but we know it's early. But are you pretty happy with how things are progressing so far? Are they picking everything up for you, for the most part, as well as you expect?
Yeah, absolutely. When you stop and think about, we are putting in a brand new system. We are there's a lot of movable parts.
Right.
And so for us to be able to play tomorrow, I feel really, really good about us being able to go out and put a good product on the court. Are we going to learn stuff about our team tomorrow? 100%. And so we just have to do what we need to do to digest that information and get ready to turn around and play on Saturday again, and all of a sudden the season's on top of us, and it's Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Monday, all sorts of different stuff going on. And so for us, we're really looking forward to being able to get intel on our team this weekend. And we've done that through the scrimmages in October, and they've done a terrific job bouncing back game to game, one game on, an hour off, another game during the scrimmages. And we went 8-1 in our scrimmage series, including Saturday night here at home against McCook. And so we're trying to build a winning tradition. We want to put that back to the forefront of what our program is. And I think that anytime you build this winning tradition and you're trying to stockpile wins as much as possible, players get better, they gain more confidence, and you really build a solid foundation for what recruits that sign with you, what they can expect when they show up on campus.
Right. And let's talk about Friday's game, tomorrow's game against number 5 New Mexico. You know, a lot of people over there maybe would open up with a little bit softer, but we're just being thrown right into the fire. Are you happy with that, or does that automatically give you a test? Would you rather have a lesser opponent? You know, I mean, we're just wondering.
Well, I don't want to play lesser opponents. I can tell you that right now.
Okay.
You don't learn anything about your team when you play JV teams. No offense to our JV teams. I once was a JV coach. I get it. But we don't learn anything about our team when we play JV teams. So you're not going to see any or many at all on our schedule ever while I'm the head coach here. I believe in playing really good opponents, especially early on, so we can figure out who we are as a group and how we need to get better. We play a JV team, our first game out the chute, sure, we might win by 60 or 70 points. What are we learning about our group? Other than pat on the back, yeah, you're 1-0. Okay? So for us, we want to play really tough opponents. And Coach Mefford has been here before as a Seward Lady Saint head coach, and he's a great coach, heck of a recruiter, and he's put a great team together at New Mexico this year. And so we just have to be ready the best that we can. You know, right now it's not necessarily personnel that we're looking at as far as a scout, more so along, okay, what type of actions will New Mexico run offensively that we need to defend? And so I'm excited because we get a great opportunity right out of the gate to play a great opponent, a program that Coach Mefford has built and created into a top 10 program year over year. And so to be able to play them right out of the gate is going to be a lot of fun. I hope that as we move along here in this journey together, we're going to play difficult teams early on. We got to see where we're at, and then we got to be able to make those adjustments and move forward and continue to get better.
Okay. You guys are going to be playing back-to-back games. You'll be playing Friday and then Saturday. Something different. How is that going to affect your team over there? And again, new quick challenge, early challenge for the team to see how they respond?
Well, yeah, and Otero's got a very vastly different style than New Mexico. And so, you know, kind of by design, it's like, okay, how do you bounce back? How do you turn around after you play Friday night and turn and play a team that's completely different? And so for us, the message that I sent to our team for the past couple of weeks as we've been preparing to play these two games is this is what you want. This is how it's going to feel when we make the national tournament. You're going to play two different teams on back-to-back nights, and how do you respond? Are you able to digest the scout after you get a win for the next night? Or, you know, in this case, depending on the result Friday night, you still got to play Saturday. And so that's what we want to see. We want to see two vastly different styles because we want to be able to see how our ladies adjust and prepare for two completely different teams. And again, more intel for our team, a better opportunity for our coaching staff to go, hey, you know, if we need to make adjustments or tweaks to what we're doing, let's do it and be ready for Clarendon on Wednesday. Right.
And another interesting thing you talk about challenges or, you know, just getting more intel on the team and how to respond. Team is on the road for the first 5 games until you guys actually open the conference at Cloud on Saturday, the 18th of November, and then you're home, first game, 21st against Cali. So you'll be on the road for a long time. You'll be road warriors, and then you'll finally get back there. Again, a good test for the team to be on the road all the time.
Yeah, and you know, I think when you get a chance to watch us on the live stream, I think something that you're going to find out is our ladies don't care that we're on the road. They're going to bring a ton of energy. Our bench energy is terrific, and that travels. You know, I tried to express to our group a couple things that are going to travel is our energy on the bench for each other, our energy on the court for each other, and then our defense. That travels. Whether we make or miss shots is a totally different topic. Those 3 things travel, and if we're really good at those 3 things, we're competitive enough as a group that I think we'll find out how we can be in games in the fourth quarter if we have an off shooting night on the road. But for us, we want to play against good competition. Clarendon next Wednesday. Clarendon won 24 games last year, so that's a good ball club too. I mean, we're not running from anybody, and it's not something that, you know. Oh, wow, I don't know how we created that schedule. No, it's by design. It's completely by design. I want to see us play really, really good competition early on. You know, you talk to some of the teams that are ranked inside the top 25. You know, one national tournament team that I can think of off the top of my head last year, they started the year with 5 or 6 losses before they hit conference play, and all of a sudden they win their region. They're going to the national tournament, and nobody remembers about those 4 or 5 losses in November or December.
That's right.
That everybody was all amped up about in the moment. And so for us, we just, we want to be prepared to go night in and night out in the Jayhawk Conference. You don't do that playing JV teams.
Right. And again, the Lady Saints opened the season at La Junta, and they're playing number 5 New Mexico. And then they play on Saturday against Otero. Good start to the weekend, good start to the season. Coach, we're looking forward to the 2023-24 season, and we wish you the best of luck.
Phil, thanks so much, man. I look forward to doing a lot more of these with you. Have a good day.
You too.